a major issue that we have in this show is the writing. And of the writing, there's a lot of problems. We have a laundry list of issues with the writing, especially in this season, but starting in last season, right? We were there. We all saw it. We know how horrible it was. One of the major issues that Ryan Condal and the writing team and the directive team has is very flimsy feminism. You know, the characters that we received in the book and in season one, specifically the female characters, you know, George R. R. Martin wrote them in a very specific way. And none of these women are like feminists as we would know them today. It's a very patriarchal society. And one of the themes of the whole Dance of the Dragons is about women and the treatment of women in this society. And what they did when they started making this show is they really messed all of that up, I think, a lot. So we already have like a precedent for poorly written, poorly adapted, I'd say, characters. One of the ways I think that the writing team decide to portray a patriarchal society that is violent towards women and misogynistic and not a safe space for women is to constantly have them being assaulted and attacked sexually, specifically. Yes, physically as well, in just like general sense, but like the number of times that, especially with Alicent Hightower, one of the main characters, Aemon's mother, we'll get into it, she is the victim of so much of this, A, poor writing, and B, like sexual attacks. The writers clearly understand the shock and the horror of sexual abuse, specifically as it pertains to women. And a civilization like this that is patriarchal and misogynistic is like there's this constant threat of violence against women happening. And they remind us every single episode that this is something that could happen. So they they understand how it affects women, or they claim to, and then they don't deal with it very well at all, in my opinion. But then they never critically engage with the male character that they have very clearly given sexual trauma to. And that worries me because that makes me think that they don't realize what they have done. And in an effort to make this show like, look at all these amazing, powerful women taking back their power and being powerful in this misogynistic world, they have tried to reverse the roles, reverse the dynamic, and instead of putting women and men on an equal playing field, they have instead subjugated one of their male characters to several abusive female characters.